Hey guys, this video is only going to be short, but I just thought that I'd go through some of the editing stuff that I do and teach you guys how to do it so you can have kind of like good editing stuff like I do if you want to class it as good, I guess. This is just to help you guys. If you don't do editing or like any of that kind of stuff, don't watch this video. You may as well like while you're here, but yeah, you don't need to watch it. So yeah, let's go right into this. So this is the clip I'm going to be demonstrating everything on, and it's just my avatar dancing as if you were doing like an edit or something. And the first thing I'm going to show you is astral. You used to just be able to go into the CapCut effects and use the astral from there, but they've now turned that pro, so if you don't have pro then you kind of can't do astral until I've taught you this, obviously, and that astral kind of sucks anyways when I used to use it. So the one I'm going to teach you is going to be like way better. So what you're going to do is you're going to duplicate your clip and you're going to overlay it right over your clips. Once you've done that, you're going to crop it to wherever you want the astral to start. So I'm going to go for about a second and I'm going to press splice. On normal, you're going to go to about 50%. So you can only see it 50%. And what you're going to do is you're going to press this diamond and you're going to put a keyframe at the start, because that's what they're called, and you're going to put a keyframe at the end. And you're going to, on the end one, you're going to zoom your clip in however far you want the astral to go. Then after that, you're going to go animations, you're going to go fade out, you're going to make that the whole clip, and that's what it looks like so far. Of course, we can make it better than that. So what you're going to do is you're going to press the start keyframe, and you're going to press this, get a graph, and you're going to press whichever one you prefer. I prefer cubic out, but of course you can use whichever one you want, and that's what we get. Anyways, next thing I'm going to show you is how I do like my shakes. Now, you can, like I said before, you can go into nightclub in the video effects and you've got like this, but that's kind of bad, not gonna lie. Like, you could deal with that, but that's just like a bit too violent and like intensity. But if you just wanted like a short shake, like transitions also kind of bad. So what I do is I go into rebound swing and I put all of the like things that you can adjust it with to 5, and that's how you get that little shake. And I put it to about 0.2 seconds. You can't really tell because it's like, it doesn't really have the time, but yeah, that's what I do. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to do like a good flash. Now, like all of these, you can just go into video effects and you've got this. This is actually a pretty cool effect if you want to use it. I do use it quite a bit, it's a good effect. But if you want like a white flash, this is pro, and it's also kind of bad. Like, you know, this is like also like kind of bad. If you just wanted like a flash instead of like moving and not having to buy pro, what I do is I go into overlay, I go into library and I press the white picture, just like the plain white picture, and I add it like as an overlay, and I fill the whole screen with it. I make it around about 0.2 seconds again, and I go into splice and overlay and then animations and fade out, and that's my flash. But of course, if I just duplicate this a couple times and spread them out a bit so you can see like the full flash effect, you know what I mean? Which if you've seen my videos you would have already seen it, but like, there you go. You can see that's what the flash looks like. Next, I'm going to show you how to do the rainbow hue kind of effect. Now you can go into effects like with all of these and just press colourful, and there you go, you've got some colours. But in my opinion, the colours that they used are kind of bad and it's kind of like not smooth, you know what I mean? So I've got a better one for you. And the overlay that I'm going to use is going to be on the screen now, so you can like screen record it and put it in your own. But yeah, that's what I'm going to overlay over my clip. Now I have my overlay, I'm just going to make it fill my screen and I'm going to crop it to about 2 seconds. I don't really know how long I want this to go on for, but however long you want it to go on for, you're going to crop it and then you're going to press splice and overlay. Now, overlay is my favourite, but of course you can choose whichever one you want. Overlay also is kind of the best in my opinion, but you know, you can use whichever you want, and this is the effect that you get. Now I'm going to show you what I do for all of my videos, every single one of them, to make the quality better, like make it brighter, that kind of stuff. So what I do is I go into filters, and I don't use any of the filters because filters are kind of bad. All the good ones are pro, as per usual with CapCut, but I go into adjust, I go into brightness, I go 3 for brightness, 5 for contrast, and 5 for saturation, and that's how I make the quality like kind of bright. But if I want to make the quality better, not just make it bright, I go into sharpen, and if I filmed the clip on my phone it would automatically be 100, But if the quality is already like kind of good, I'd probably go to about 50, maybe 30. So with this one, I'm going to go to about 30, and that's how I get the kind of like sharp look with like all my videos. Now for the final thing, it's an extra thing, you don't really need it, I prefer to have it on there, but you'll see that I haven't got the normal clip that I had on here because I'm actually going to make a watermark. Now you don't always need a watermark, but it's just there just in case like people try and steal your video, you know what I mean? So some people might not know how to make them, that kind of stuff, so I'm going to like show you guys how to make them. So first of all, you just need like a plain like black image in the background, and you're going to add some text. So I'm just going to do example right here. That's not how you spell it. There, so you've got example, right? And you would put whatever text you want, so, like I would put like never mind froggy, or like that kind of stuff. So yeah, so you choose your font, whichever font you want. Let's go with this one, looks cool. And you're going to just export that, alright? Once you have that image, you're just going to go into overlay on your clip and add it as an overlay on your clip, and you're going to add it wherever you want. Let's just put it right in the middle of this video right now, okay? And you'd make it the whole clip, so do this, if you want it on the whole clip of course, but you do that, you go splice, overlay, and put it wherever you want. I'd usually put it about from 15 to 30. Like any dark colours it doesn't really show up well on, so I'd put it like quite high, but if it's on like this light kind of stuff, then I'd put it about 20. So yeah, we're going to do that, but of course you still got the black background. So what I do is I go remove background, chroma key, and intensity right up on the black, and I do intensity right to 100, and that's how I get the kind of hidden kind of look of my watermark. Now just to finish this video off, I thought I'd make just like a short 5-second edit with this, but all these stuff that I've like shown today, so yeah, I'm going to add them in all now. While I'm making this edit, I've just realised another thing that I also do, just like if I ever do a fade out on anything, I usually go into library and I add a blank like black screen, just so it's guaranteed to be black at the end, because sometimes YouTube like cuts the end off and it like doesn't fade out completely, so I always add that so it's like nice and smooth for when it to fade in when it's like that. I've finished my edit. It took about 15 minutes. I had to remember to actually add everything in because I kept forgetting, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty laggy if I play it now because CapCut is laggy, so I'm gonna export it and you're just going to watch it. There's not going to be any audio because I don't fancy getting copyrighted today, and the CapCut sounds are pretty bad. So yeah,